every time the camera's on, somebody thinks it's interesting. Otherwise, you would shut the camera off. So all the dailies were thought to be interesting at the moment. Okay, so I have 2.5 hours of dailies. So what's the scene about? I have to decide, otherwise, because everything's kind of interesting. So I have to know what I'm trying to make, and then I reach and get specific stuff. And this was going to be about what I said, you know, we don't waste time complimenting each other. How do we relate? So that's what I'm looking for. And it's a single camera in the room. So every cut that looks like a match action is not. You know, there's not two cameras. It's cut as if there were, because it just looks better. It's the way we're used to seeing in Hollywood. Camera here, cut to a close-up reaction shot. Guy starts talking, cut to in sync, you know. And the only reason I could do it is because the camera person was a good shooter and walked around the people and gave me the material I needed to assemble what seems like, you know, a narrative-style film. Find some access point in the material and let the viewer in. It's easy to keep them at arm's length and say, isn't this weird, and isn't that weird, and isn't that curious, and isn't that awful, and aren't those guys bad, you know? Because, you know, I can just sit there and judge. But if you can open the door and let the people go in and kind of understand a little bit, I always think that's a more successful film. You know, the bad guys, yes, they're doing bad things, but why exactly are they doing that? Well, walk around them, make them three-dimensional.